Okay, sorry for all that rambling, bitchin' nonsense. Like, I had to get that shit off my chest. Because, you know, it's so bad, but I didn't want to do a video on it. I didn't want to, because I don't want to play that shit again. You know, I deleted it and everything, because I never want to play that fucking garbage game again. You know? So, fuck it. Anyway. Squeeze me. Playing this game now. This game's fantastic. And it depresses me because, like, they were really rolling out the red carpet for fucking Resident Evil 0. And I don't really understand why. I mean, I do understand why. It's typical corporate bullshit. They pushed out Resident Evil Remake here, out the door, like, fucking whatever. Like, that shit sold like crap last time, and everyone's all mad because RE6 sucked. So let's just placate them by doing this. So they'll shut the fuck up. And then this game sold super, super well. They were like, holy shit, Resident Evil's super hot. They don't go, oh, it didn't sell when it originally came out because it came out for the GameCube, which was a console that didn't have this game's audience as its primary demographic. And none of the fucking Resident Evil games of the past ever came out on Nintendo consoles. So obviously it wasn't going to sell well. They just go, oh, no one wants Resident Evil anymore. So, obviously. And then, like, this comes out and they're like, oh, now Resident Evil's hot. They're not going, oh, this game is very beloved and well-made, and now that we're releasing it in a method that's easily accessible to its primary audience, now they're able to buy it, especially after all this time of built-up appreciation towards it. No, they just go, oh, people like Resident Evil. They'll just eat up anything with Resident Evil on the fucking label. This franchise is what's hot right now, not the individual games and their quality on their own merits. So they go, okay, Resident Evil 0, it's Resident Evil, so you fuckers will eat it up. Let's give it all this fanfare and spend way more time gussying it up than we did Remake, and release all these extra costume DLC packs. And then, like, if it sells poorly, which it should, because it's not a good fucking game, but if it sells poorly, they're gonna go, oh, well then I guess people don't like Resident Evil after all. If they did, they would have bought this game Resident Evil, regardless of whether or not it's good, which it isn't. So clearly people just hate Resident Evil. So, bleh, Remake 2 cancelled. It's just, like, typical idiotic corporate thinking, and it fucking bugs the shit out of me. Anyway, we down into the caverns now. I'm pretty sure this was, like, the Disc 2 moment of the game, but I forget. But we have Blu-ray software, so it's all on one disc now. We can ditch that crank for the rest of the game now, because we're gonna get a whole new crank in this section. Oh, wait, look at this. Oh, you need a crank. Well, we have a crank, don't we? No, you need a second crank, dumbass. In the original game, you come down here and Barry would be here, and he'd tag along with you and do absolutely nothing to help out or do anything. And it was one of the questions that would decide whether or not Barry would live at the end of the game, if you decided to bring him along with you through the caverns or not. And there were two it's actually something that game had that this game doesn't, because if you do bring Barry with you, he will be there with you during the cutscene that's coming up very soon. Now, I'll come back later. And there's a version of it where if you don't bring him with you, then he won't be there. And the cutscene I'm talking about is this one coming up here.
Is that you, Jill?
I can tell by the sound of your
Is that
footprints.
voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Stop. Are you with anybody, Jill?
Yeah, I'm with Barry.
No.
Oh wait, no.
But why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Brr.
Enrico!
Oh, the incompetence.
Who?
Could it be Barry? Or Wesker? Or anyone? Or Chris, who we haven't seen? Oh hey, Enrico was holding on to the fucking hexagonal crank. Oh my god. I don't even know where to start. That's just so goofy. Let's pilfer his fucking body. Yeah. Anyway, fuck you, Enrico. You have a terrible voice actor. Why the fuck? Oh no. Like, Enrico does not have a fucking character model in Resident Evil 0 because half that game is a fucking FMV. Because they were too lazy to make character models, so they only made 3 fucking character models. Which doesn't even make sense because Rebecca and Enrico both already had fucking character models. But for some reason, Enrico exists only in the land of FMVs. And all the other members of Star Bravo team all exist in FMVs too, but they don't even have voice actors. They only show up for like 5 fucking voice actors in that game. But for some reason they can't, like you know how, like, in this game, the alternate costume I'm wearing shows up even in the cutscenes because it's all in-game engine. But in the FMV, it's pre-rendered. Like the backgrounds. So when it cuts to FMV, like, it looks very, very terrible. The FMVs look disgusting and gross. But, like, it doesn't have the alternate costumes. It just has them in their generic wear. So that's not as cool. And it doesn't even make sense. Because that game was, that game was made on the cheap. It's very obvious when you play it, but that game is a budget-ass title. Fuck, I'm not gonna complain about that shit anymore. Umbrella set you up, but like, if I die here, that's gonna be super annoying. Oh, combat roll. Yeah, I'm such a cool guy. Oh my god, it wasn't that, like, you're fucking out of breath from that? Umbrella set you up, but like, again, that just raises, what was the plan here? And there's a traitor. I hate in fiction when they do that, where, like, the first thing out of your mouth should be the name of the person that you're talking about. It's a traitor who, it was, dies. Okay, Wesker. What about Wesker? He's a traitor, dies. He's a tailor? Wesker's a tailor? What the heck? Ew. Why would you target the door? Stop targeting the door. And, like, again, I like how he can tell that it's Jill from the sound of her footprints around the corner. But he doesn't notice Wesker, who was within eyesight of where he was sitting. Like, the internal logic of that scene was just very goofy. Is that Enrico? Terrible voice acting. This game's really funny. Again, I would prefer the terrible voice acting of the original over the terrible voice acting of this. I also notice Umbrella has this really bad habit of just killing off its own personnel all the time. No little cutscene where she's like, for that one. Of killing off its own personnel. Because, like, okay, how many of its own researchers has Umbrella assassinated over the years? There's fucking, Mercer, what's his name? The guy I was talking about, the leech fucker that I was talking about in the last video. I don't even remember his name. That's how fucking memorable he is. They assassinated him and stole his research to make the T-virus. And then there's Birkin. Oh wait, and then there's all of the people in this game. All of the researchers who were working in the Arklay mountain range here, who they wanted to blow up even before they got all turned into zombies. And then there's William Birkin, who they kill for his G-virus. Which doesn't even, like, accomplish anything. And, like, that is actually, like, trying to assassinate William Birkin and getting the G-virus is what causes the T-virus outbreak in Raccoon City in the first place. So really screwing their own pooch on that one. Like, say what you want about, like, the rival pharmaceutical company that, like, Ada and Wesker work for. Like, they're engaging in some corporate espionage, sure, but at least they ain't killing their own people. At least you can work for them and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get my severance package, and that severance package isn't a bullet to the fucking brain. This seems like a very poor business policy all around on the part of Umbrella. Like, how many people are they fucking assassinating to keep their shit? They're not even doing anything all that bad when you sit back and think about it. They're making... Okay, they made a virus. And for some reason, their plan with this virus is to just randomly inject it into animals to see what happens. Will it turn big? Will it, like, grow eyes out of its butthole? What's gonna happen? Take your bets. What's gonna happen if we inject the ferret with this fucking virus? Who knows? Let's find out. That's what science is all about. Fucking A. And, like, I guess they are experimenting on people at some points, so that's not okay, but, like, they're making biological weapons. Like, why are they even making... What's Umbrella's motivation for making viruses in the first place? They're a pharmaceutical company, and they essentially own an entire town, an entire city, under their thumb. Raccoon City. Under their thumb. Like, they have to be doing well for themselves. They're able to afford fucking a dozen research facilities all over the goddamn globe. They've got tons of disposable income purely from the pharmaceutical game. Why? Why develop viruses? Why develop biological weapons? I mean, like, this is why I can never be an evil overlord, I guess, because I ask these questions. I ask why, when the real answer is why the fuck not. I believe I don't need this crank anymore. I could be wrong. Why build half a dozen research centers? Apparently, according to RE0, they built 2 mansions in the Arklay mountain range within hiking distance of each other, both of which had secret underground laboratories. The second of which had a cable car leading to a secret underground laboratory that was in Raccoon City, which had a secret underground laboratory underneath it. A secret underground laboratory underneath the secret underground laboratory. I don't even like, really, it does seem like the answer is why the fuck not? Hey, you fucking asshole. Why? Why are you doing this? And, of course, they created the Westers, which are a bunch of genetic fucking experiment babies to create I don't even know what. 4, 2, 3, 1. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's super fun to pick apart the plot holes of Resident Evil because they're so big and so stupid. It's so dumb. What the fuck is wrong with this series?
Jill!
Barry? Thank God you're safe.
By the way, are you a traitor?
A noise I heard brought me down here, but
A
didn't
noise.
expect to find a place like this.
What the fuck?
Have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
Like, they're primarily trying to find an escape route, right? They're trying, like, Jill is trying to figure out how to, like, that's the unspoken plot point here, is she's got to find a way to signal Brad to get the helicopter coming back so they can get the fuck out of here.
Go check it out.
And it's just
Enough
happenstance.
surprises for one day. I'll stay here and secure our escape route in case something happens.
Okay.
Barry, you fuck. You're like 200 pounds of bear meat and a hand cannon. I'm a little fucking 80-pound fucking Jill Valentine with an infinite rocket launcher. Why don't you go fucking check it out, you fucking dickhead? It is really fun in Revelations 2 how you get to play as Barry. And with his fucking stupid bullshit fucking hand cannon. I forget what it's called, like the Colt Python or something like that? Holy shit. Oh my goodness. So much shit keeps happening, it keeps distracting me. Really, I want to start talking positive about the game though, because like, holy shit, it's so good. And that's part of where, you know, like...
I'll stay and secure our escape route.
Yeah, whatever. Like, half of why it's way more fun to me to pick apart shit and stuff that you love than stuff that you hate. And I don't love Resident Evil 0, and I hate that shit. I pick that apart. But Resident Evil fucking Remake here is fucking one of the... It's a fantastic game, man. It's a fantastic goddamn game. And why is that? Well, I've talked a lot about it here and there, and everywhere. Oh. But, like, what it keeps coming back to about it for me is the fucking, like... Oh my goodness, what am I even trying to say here? Like, there's a fucking like, just go watch Super Bunny Hop's video on it, basically. Pause this, or just close this out and stop watching it, because it's terrible. And look up Super Bunny Hop Resident Evil Remake. And he'll just, like, everything he said. What he said, basically. Because it's so damn good. And, like, I practically, like... It's the dumb shit in Residence, and some things in the laboratory that I don't quite remember. But everything else in this game, I basically have memorized. Why is that? Because I played it so much. I don't play it so much because I like it. I really like this game. Like, Chris and Rebecca run around, Jill and Barry, like... Those are the, like, matchups that always come into my head when I think about stuff. Fucking, I ain't even speaking English right now, am I? Fucking whatever. Like I said, I used to be way into Resident Evil as a kid. And like, that's how it was. That's what I kept thinking of. Fucking Jill and Barry. And fucking Chris and Rebecca. All that shit. Fucking, I'm not making any sense. Goddamn. This game's really good. Even though I make fun of it. And even though the story of Resident Evil's dumb, the story ain't why people play it. Why do people play it? I don't know. Level design. Characters are fun. Like, look at Barry. He's such a lovable character. Thanks, Barry. You're so helpful. Barry, why? Barry, why? Left me down here to die. I'll just curl up and cry. Barry, why? And of course, you're playing this without the rocket launcher. It's pretty fucked up and tense because Lisa Trevor is invincible. Of course. And like, it is pretty and it is like pretty scary being down here with whatever ammo you might or might not have, trapped in these like very tight corridors with an invincible monster who does a ton of damage. A monster who, if you're reading the files, has a pretty tragic backstory. Like, it's not the story, it's the fucking experience. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the experience of it. It's the experience of being lost in this mansion, of discovering, like, the small narratives through the notes, slowly piecing together the truth while you're running around for hours. Being like, ah, shit, it's Lisa. I feel for you, dog, Lisa, but you also scare it and trying to kill me. I ain't a fan of that. It's just a personal value of mine. I ain't cool with people who try to kill me. It's actually super lame in Chris's game, because instead of having someone, like, betray you, which is awesome, the, like, controls for the elevator just short out. Like, like, they get wet and break, and that's it. And that's super fucking lame. Like, I don't see why Rebecca couldn't have been down here, because, like, there wouldn't have been a good reason that she'd have betrayed you, or that you would have been left alone. And later, when you fight Lisa Trevor, Jill fights him with Barry, but Chris fights him with Wesker, and that doesn't make sense. To me, at least. Like, Jill's campaign is all about her and Barry, but Chris, like, most of it's about him and Rebecca, but there's moments that are like, I don't know if I agree with that decision that you made there, Capcom. Because it's not an exact one-to-one, you know? It's not like you take the scenes of Jill and Barry and, like, just swap them out for Chris and Rebecca. It's exactly the same thing. Here we go. This is what we needed. I don't know why Lisa Trevor has that. Imagine Lisa Trevor coming back from her little cabin and coming back down here and being like, I'm tired. I'm gonna curl up and go to Betty Buys. Oh, Lisa. Yeah. I'm not even tired. I don't have any excuse for being this retarded. I blame Resident Evil 0. You play Resident Evil 0 and it just turns you into a fucking dipshit. And that's why I'm being stupid right now, because I played too much Resident Evil 0. That's what happened. So yeah, speaking of the cabin. Here's the other half. Here's the outer half of that fucking... Oh, and a picture. See, the progenitor virus. That's the leech fucker virus that Marcus, that's what his name was, created, and that they got. See, there you go. A little bit of a callback there. Or a call forward to the progenitor virus. And so yeah, the other half of this. Slot that in, and what does that remind you of? Yep, that's the thing that lets us get in here to the residence from the mansion in the first place. So now we just need to go get that back. And we'll slot both of those into that thing under the stairs from way long ago. And then we'll be almost done with this. Crimson Head. Suck my dick, Crimson Head. Ain't got shit. Speaking of Remake 2, which I was from way long ago, and I'm bringing up out of nowhere, I talked before about it'd be kind of cool if they had a system in place in Remake here where you could play it from over the shoulder, like in Resident Evil, like it's played nowadays, in Resident Evil 4. And, like, part of me is kind of concerned that that's what they're going to do for Remake 2. Because they did confirm that they're going to do Remake 2, but, like, you know, anything can happen between now and then. Ideally, I would want Remake 2 to be like this, like Remake. You know? Like, pretty much a shot-for-shot type thing, but with differences and additions and stuff. What I would be worried about is if instead they made it like I would want the option of what I assume they're gonna do, which would be to, like, do the Revelations style of controls, or the Resident Evil 4 style of controls and camera, and then that's what you have to do. I think it would be cool if they gave you the option of cinematic camera angles and tank controls, or the option of over-the-shoulder camera and tank controls. Best of both worlds, you know, and you can play whichever way you want. But, you know, cynicism of Capcom makes me worry, like, A, they're gonna fuck it up, and B, they're just gonna force you to do the new style of Resident Evil. So yeah, take our bad boys here, slot them in. And we got time, so why don't we go ahead and do the Lisa Trevor fight. And then we'll finish it, then, like, that'll finish the video, and then we'll get head into the mansion. Because if you remember, when I did the speedrun, I let Barry die here because it saves time in a lot of different facets. But this time, well, for one thing, you're gonna see the cutscene. For another thing, we ain't gonna let him die. Yo, Barry. Enrico told me about Treta. You trapped me down there like a dick.
I was worried, because I thought you were...
Start talking.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me!
You just said don't... You just said start talking. He's like, I'm gonna explain. She's like, no, shut up. What lies?
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun!
Okay.
Thanks, Jill.
Yeah, okay, so, as before, you gotta push these over. I kind of wish you could just shoot Lisa to death with the rocket launcher, or at least knock her over the edge, you know? But it doesn't actually matter. Like, I can't even knock her down, I think. Like, holy shit, dude. Lisa Trevor's the baddest thing in fucking Umbrella ever produced. And thanks, Barry, by the way, you're being a great help. Thanks. Oh, that was actually helpful. Lisa, you never figured out how to just push stones over the side of the thing? Come on, girl. For some reason, Umbrella bothered to make this grand sarcophagus for Jessica Trevor. Lisa Trevor's not dead, by the way.
I don't believe that thing's really dead. Leave this place up to me and go on ahead.
Okay.
Hey, are we gonna talk about the fact that you're a traitor? No. Okay then. Bye. Yeah, just totally leave that unresolved, like, oh, we fought the monster, and it'd be kinda awkward to talk about how you tried to fucking kill me and leave me for dead, and Enrico talked about a traitor shortly before he died, and I heard you talking about the betrayal of stars. Whatever. And Wesker told me you're acting weird. Whatever, just fuck it. Yeah, in Umbrella Chronicles, which is the Wii light gun shooter game that like abridged a bunch of Resident Evil games together, it's revealed that Lisa Trevor didn't die, and later when Wesker is trying to escape the mansion, when he's all busted up and shit, he fights her, and in the end, drops a chandelier on her ass, and then she blows up along with the mansion. So there you go. That's the story of Lisa Trevor. The best retcon to ever happen to Resident Evil. Holy shit. I was retarded this episode. I apologize. Resident Evil 0 stole all my brain cells. Thanks for watching, though. Next time, we'll be getting to the laboratory and the end of the game. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.